What's going on, guys? Welcome to this latest episode of Walking 90, your number one show for all your USL news, hot topics, knowing on what's going on around the league. It's your host, as always, Yogi, I'm Pro Henny. I got with me Ebony, aka Bully, and Kyle, the guy that, you know what? Let me start off the show first by giving my guy his solo. Because I know he been begging me for it. Take it away, Kyle. It's all yours, man.
Where do we begin? Where do I begin? I could talk about the win last night. That was pretty great. I could talk about how Audie Jepson put in a beautiful through ball for Justin Suko. Scored it. I could also talk about how apparently we, as Forward Madison fans, were the one that started the rivalry, yet I'm pretty sure it was Omaha's CEO who said in The Athletic in February 2020, there are rivals. So, if y'all want to go ahead and say we're rivals, go ahead. But you wanted to start a rivalry with Madison. That didn't go how you wanted. You wanted to then move on to Chattanooga. And that, I don't know what happened there. It's Chattanooga, so maybe no one cared enough. And then you got Greenville, and it worked out. And it's great. You and Omaha and Greenville have a rivalry, and that's totally fine, and I have no problem with it. But let's not act like Madison was trying to force this rivalry when y'all were the ones to start it first. Where else do I go with this? We can talk about last night as well. It was a good win. Hard win. Obviously, it was not a cakewalk, although that first half was probably the worst I've seen Omaha in a long time, but it worked. It's kind of funny that after the goal was scored, the Omaha defender kicked the ball right at Nuhu's head. Thankfully, Nuhu stopped it, but good for him. Probably one of the few saves that he made. Let's see. And, my number of the day is 0. 0 goals that Union Omaha scored. 0 shots on target that Union Omaha had last night. And I think the most importantly for me, 0 wins Union Omaha has over Forward Madison. Even though they are supposedly not good, still have not beaten Forward Madison. Just like how Union Omaha always says that Greenville's never beaten them. Union Omaha has never beaten Forward Madison. So overall, things are great. Life is good. I'm enjoying it. And y'all are lucky I could not find the video of Cell laughing, because I would have tweeted that instead. But I had to deal with, I just went with LeBron salsa dancing.
So that's how we're starting the show.
I'm going to drink to that, okay? I'm going to just drink to that.
What else is there to start with? Like, that is the most important part. We can talk about all the other matches, but this is clearly...
For what?
This was clearly the match that we needed to talk about. We didn't get a chance to talk about Greenville, Omaha a couple of weeks ago. That was on ESPN2. We can talk about that. But we needed to establish something right now. And we're going to establish how last night's game was great. It was beautiful. It was good football.
Whoa.
This is a show where I need, I'm surprised we'll have more Forward Madison fans on the show right now, because that 4-minute intro we just gave you. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's talk about it, man. This was one of the games that I was like, all right, whatever I'm doing, I got to make sure I'm done by 8 o'clock. Make sure dinner's done. I'm going to sit down and really watch this game. And by the end of, full time, I was disappointed, yo. Not in Forward Madison, because Forward Madison plays the way I expected it to. I'm really disappointed in Union Omaha, because they look. I can't even say they look tired, because you had a week and a half off. I can understand if you played this game on a Sunday and then you had to, turn around on Wednesday. I can understand that. But you had a full week and a half off. And the offense looked devoid of confidence. I don't know what it was, if Hurst and EVD weren't on the same page, because I was saying it in the game about how EVD, he just needed to drop back and find pockets. But it's every time he would drop off, it would be a Forward Madison defender right there, in his face to cut off the next pass. Firmino, who had the wonder goal against Greenville, I don't think I heard his name called once, really. what's your guys' take on it? I mean, Kyle, you were on baby duty, but I'm pretty sure you watched this game. We know
I was holding the child while watching, of course. I am still a good father. Let's remember. No, it definitely felt like Omaha's midfield and attack was just not on the same page at all. Other than Doyle, I feel like no one in their midfield or attack really did anything in the first half, which was kind of shocking. And I wasn't sure if that was by design initially, because at first it was like, okay, they're going to let Ford Madsen have the ball, and then they're going to go and counter. They're going to send Greg Hurts. They're going to have Firmino get on the ball, maybe get it out to EVD. Like, they were going to counter them. But it felt, that's what I thought was going to happen, but it was kind of more apparent that just wasn't the case. It was that, I don't know, and it was just very much like Madison's midfield just dominated Omaha's midfield, and that created a disconnect between getting from defense to attack. You saw moments of it, but it just felt like Omaha was a step slower, which is, again, something I have not seen from them at all, which I was okay with, but it was just weird. But I also need to give a shout out to Christian Diaz, because he was a defensive wall last night. Like, that was the Christian Diaz that was on the all-USL team. I don't know if it was first team or second team in 2019. That was the Christian Diaz that we saw. He was putting in tackles left and right. He was stopping every attack possible. Him and Gebhardt on the right side was torment. They're just causing problems for Omaha. And you saw in the second half, they got away. They made sure that wasn't going to happen. But yeah, the first half, Omaha just looked out of sorts. And I mean, Madison wasn't that much better in attack, but they had the ball in Omaha's half pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, it's like where Union Omaha had the ball. They had the ball like in the midfield, kind of top of the half circle. Ford Madison had the ball in dangerous spaces, more attacking third, moving the ball around a lot quicker. I just, like, if you would have told me Union Omaha will have 0 shots on goal, I would have lost all my money last night. I would have lost all my money because I would have guaranteed.
I'm actually surprised because I actually watched this game. Chip, yes, you can say some sad shit. I watched this game, and I was also very surprised at Union Omaha because it wasn't like their style. It looked like they were just defeated before they even started the game, and that carried throughout the whole 90 minutes. And I don't know, like, how to, like, I know I'm new to the USL League One game, but that just was, like, uncharacteristic, especially after seeing what they've played in, like, the whole season. So.
Turbo, greater than Hurst. Defense was not terrified. Carry on.
Honestly, that's the other thing that blows me. Because if I'm Mims, I'm telling Hurst, like, run that Turbo. Run that Turbo. Turbo legs ain't going to hold up this entire time you running at him.
That's not true. That's not true.
Y'all got this much confidence in Turbo's legs.
I've got confidence in his ability to preserve his legs.
There you go. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
He is a seasoned vet. He knows when he needs to put it on and when he doesn't.
Okay.
He knows his limits. He knows I can't run around for 90 minutes trying to catch up with these guys.
Yeah, like I don't think exactly. Like he's not gonna go in a track meet with you for 90 plus minutes, but he'll hit that nice little burst like every 45 seconds, like those 45 seconds of burst, when he needs to. But he's back there. He practically is in the goal for like 80 minutes. Okay. And the rest, he is like strategically telling people where to go.
Yeah, I need him. I'm mad that he didn't put a 50-yard diagonal ball. I told him on Ford's backwards that he needed to do that, and he didn't. So I'm a little disappointed in that for Turbo.
I'm not saying he's not a smart. I know he's a smart defender. I just sometimes, man, you just gotta scrap the tactics and just be like, look, run at him for a full 90. He's not gonna last. But the other interesting thing.
They did it more in the second half, though. They definitely went more direct with Hurst in the second half. I don't know what Mims said to them, but he must have said something because they looked.
Oh,
Omaha
Mims
looked
cussed them
better.
out. That's probably what happened.
He said, "Y'all are getting cooked. Y'all are getting dominated. Do better." And they
You
did a
really
little
think
bit
he
better.
said cooked? You really think he said cooked?
No.
Well, Mims not those exact words. No,
No, okay. It was a paraphrase. Okay.
it was paraphrasing. I wasn't in the locker room. I can't confirm that he said that.
The other interesting about this was Junior Omaha had, well, Forward Madison had more passes in their own half than Forward had in the opposition half. So that really tells you like where like who controlled this ball game. But yeah. So Kyle, congrats to you. You beat Junior Omaha. Yeah. I can't say too much positive about that.
It's been a good week so far. It hasn't even been a full week. I'm having a great time. Everything's going well for me. Bucks are winning. Liverpool made top 4. Madison wins. Like, this is great.
Flamingos, yes, we're calling Turbo old. The man old. I can't help that. He is old, but he's smart about it. Like, he could play for like another 3 years if he wanted to. He's not going to DeMarcus Beasley it, but he could if he wanted to. Like,
If he wanted to.
If he wanted to. I don't think he's going to, but he could. But my guy old. I can't. Facts are facts. Like, sorry.
It's kind of like Kolo Toure, where it's like he doesn't have the most legs, but he knows where to be all the time.
Yeah, I can see that. I can live with that.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with y'all. All right. So it's been a full almost 2 weeks since we last talked. In that time span, we got Greenville and Union Omaha draw. That was the game on ESPN Plus. North Texas, South Georgia.
Two.
North Texas beat. Oh, North Texas.
You got to give
2.
it the respect.
Yeah,
ESPN 2.
ESPN 2. You're right. Which, by the way, started mad late. I think, no, my fault. It was the Phoenix game that started mad late because of softball.
I mean, it still started somewhat late, but it was at least better than the Phoenix Tampa match.
Yeah. All right. So then you got Fort Lauderdale. They put 5, which is so far this year the biggest score line outside of the Greenville, North Texas 4-0 thrashing. They put 5 up against FC Tucson, and I was ready to say F my FC Tucson dark horse pick. I'm slowly coming back to it, and then you got Revs and Chattanooga with the 2-2 draw. So yeah, and then this past Saturday you got Richmond.
How you skip me and Kyle game?
I did it.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I did. Because y'all play Saturday. I totally forgot about that.
That's fucked up.
And then Forward to North Carolina 1-0. I mean, all I'm gonna say is the goalkeeper need to have like better gloves.
What do
That
you
game
mean?
should have been a draw.
What do you mean? That man has done everything but put one in the back of the net. That is the only thing McGuire has not done for us.
I'm pissed at him because he cost me in the pick'ems. You right, Chip. I am a hater. If you didn't know this by now, I am pro hate. But as I always tell y'all on Twitter, Cal, what I be doing?
You just be chilling.
Exactly.
He chilling. He just be chilling.
Except the Grant Wall.
I was gonna say until Grant Wall gets your DMs.
So yeah.
Come back.
So this past Saturday, we got Richmond versus North Carolina. That was a draw. Chattanooga and Fort Lauderdale. That was a 2-1 win for Chattanooga. Chattanooga won at the death. If you haven't seen it, it's a angle line. Do we want to say a set piece theater or just luck?
I'd say it's decent. It was decent execution on the set piece. It was a good cross in. He probably mistimed the initial volley, but was able to get it again. It was a good goal. I will give applause to it. You know, obviously didn't have the same reaction as the other home opener winner at the death, but it was a good goal.
Oh my god! Hey, Chattanooga has lights. That's the most important thing. You can't forget
the
that.
game I want to talk about is Toronto and North Texas.
Hey, look, we can get to it right after this. South Georgia lost to Greenville again. Don't matter because South Georgia got a hell of a schedule. Let's go and talk about this Toronto and North Texas game.
First of all, neither one of those were PKs. Let's throw that out there.
Correct.
Okay, this game ended 1-0. Technically, the scoreline says 2-1. It ended 1-0. We're just gonna say it ended 1-0.
Neither one of those were PKs for no goddamn reason.
How do you call it PK when the guy gets hit in the face? Like, he gets drilled in the face, and you're called penalties.
I was like,
homeboy was concussed. Homeboy was concussed. His coach probably told him, he was like, aim for the person in the white shorts. That's who you pass. Homeboy was concussed.
That was the worst 2-1 win I've ever seen in my life. Because neither one was a PK. Because the Toronto PK hit him in the face, and the North Texas PK definitely hit him in the chest.
Yeah.
So
outside of that, let's talk about the field. The field.
Look, that is a field. No. That is a field that you would expect a U9 tourney to be played at. On that, I think there's a U9 tourney that was played that morning.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Orlando had a better field than that.
Orlando B or Orlando City?
Orlando B.
Okay.
Even Toronto's practice field was better than that. Like the one in Toronto.
The one in Toronto. Okay. I was about to say, because they're all using Orlando fields at the moment, but never mind.
Yeah, my wife said that she wouldn't be surprised if there are people still left over handing out orange slices.
Damn. Your wife woke up and chose violence.
She gave birth and chose violence.
Yeah, all right.
Usually what happens with women.
She wins.
Usually what happens. Of course, we got Forward Madison's 1-0 win over Union Omaha. We talked about that. And then Toronto last night at the 10 p.m. game. Did anyone watch this?
No.
Yep.
I watched up to like the second.
I was already up, so
I got to the 70th minute, and then after that, I was like, all right, nothing else is happening in this game.
No, yeah, that was, and pretty much you could have watched the first half, and that pretty much told the whole story of the match.
Yeah,
but that goal. You
want to talk about it?
We got to talk about it.
I didn't watch this game because Toronto and Tucson is not appealing to me. So you have to tell me about this goal.
So
yeah, it was in Arizona. So
yeah, they play because Toronto's currently playing in Arizona for the next month, COVID reasons.
First 5 games are in Arizona, and then they go to Orlando.
Yeah, so the next month because they play like 8 games in a month.
Yeah, and then depending on COVID protocols in Canada, they can go back up to Canada, but
they're probably not going back to Canada.
They're not going back to Canada.
But no, so this goal, Tucson gets it. They put in a cross, gets it from one side, from the left side over to the right side. The guy has it pretty much in like the right corner of the box. I didn't know what he was going to do with it. This man decided he's going to do an outside the boot chip to the far corner, upper 90 far corner, and just perfectly placed it, went off the post, went in. It was, I don't know, I don't have words to explain it. It was one of those where you kind of just say, fuck it, I'm just going to shoot it and see what happens. But the audacity to do it off of his on the outside of his boot is really what got me. This wasn't like, a curler on his left or anything. This was right-footed, outside, chipped it.
Like, if you see this goal, like, Homeboy's body is more lined up like, I'm like crossing this ball back out. And he just curves it. Like, it's weird. It's weird.
It was one of the, like I said, it's one of those where you have to watch it to fully appreciate it.
No way. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
I just watched this. There's no way.
And I watched it live, and I was just like, I immediately, I audibly gasped when I saw it, because I watched it live, and I was like, and no one, and the thing is, no one is reacted. No one knows how to react to that goal.
No.
Like, even his own teammates are just like,
what? How do you tell your coach as a goalkeeper? Like, what do you tell your coach? Bro, what you expect me to do with that?
You tell homeboy, nice shot. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. That's all you can say. Because
the goalie pretty much just had to be like, I didn't know it was going in.
It went right there. Like, there was nothing I could do. God damn.
Even if I followed it, even if I followed it, I wasn't saving that.
No, and it was upper 90 at that.
Yeah.
Like upper 90.
That needs to be the goal of the week. I don't care. That's got to be the goal of the week.
Y'all gonna win it, right?
Nah.
Kyle, who's your team?
No.
Kyle,
so what, bro?
Who's your team? No,
Look.
you don't understand Forward Madison dynamics. I'm still pissed at Forward Madison was goal of the year with Joey Garrido scored a halftime bomb.
Ford Madison
It
didn't
didn't
win that
win.
year.
Doesn't matter. Y'all won goal of the week for that week. And that
Did
knocked
we?
Joey G. Yes. Y'all won that week, and so it's knocked Joey G goal out. I'm still pissed about that.
Look, if you're mad about a fan voting, then just have more fans vote.
They're not even fans. They're just Twitter followers.
Oh shit!
All I'm saying is,
That sounds like the Ashland Harris save of the week.
just get more people to vote. It's that simple. Don't be mad at fan voting if your fans aren't voting.
We need to check their IDs. You're gonna have to start doing this like COVID
It says
cards.
I am 12. That's all that's written on it. I am 12.
Right.
Check to not be a robot. Check.
All right. You click the motorcycle in the boxes. Okay. Yeah. It's one of the most annoying things ever with like the motorcycle is like I hate it when like the image is like split in between the picture.
Yes.
So it's like you gotta click it and it is like, all right, you gotta start over. Like, bro,
Is that where your mind just went right now? All right, Yogi.
it did. It did.
First of all, I didn't
All right.
notice that your name changed to Pro Henny. Wait,
I should change
No.
it to hater.
Yeah, you should definitely change it to hater. Pro hater. Pro hater.
Pro hater.
It's too late for me to change mine. I'll maybe next show I'll change it.
Probably. So, all right, I want to ask you guys this question. So, Toronto
Yes.
has finally played a game. So, we finally have all 12 teams playing their games. And this is more directed towards North Texas. If you are North Texas, do you think that Toronto result is a like big like red sign, like a big like danger point sign, or do you think it's just a blimp on the screen? And look at North Texas' recent run of form so far. If you look at it, it's been all over the place. You got the 4-2 win over Fort Lauderdale. You got 2 losses road to Greenville and Chattanooga, a 2-win win over South Georgia, and then a 2-win loss to Toronto. If you're North Texas, are you panicking or are you just like, all right, look, it's just the start of the year. These young guys, by game 10, we'll be straight and in the playoff race.
like, are we panicking because it's Toronto, or are we panicking because we are not getting the results we were expecting?
More so,
I would
Toronto.
say
Well, what'd you about to say, Kyle?
I was going to say they should just be panicking because the games that they've lost, they've looked bad. They've looked bad in that Toronto loss. They looked second best in that Chattanooga loss. They got crushed by Greenville, which was very uncharacteristic. Like, they got beat down by Greenville. And yeah, they got some wins, which, you know, when you win, they beat Fort Lauderdale, but you can even argue that could have been a draw if Fort Lauderdale even tried defending at any point and did better in the box. But there's nothing. I mean, Tormenta, which, I mean, they were down against Tormenta as well. So it's not like they were really in control of that game. They had 2 quick goals right after they conceded. So the defense for North Texas is bad. Their defense is, I would be panicking if I was them just because defensively they keep allowing the same types of goals over and over and over. It's not just, other than the Micheletto banger, all the goals they keep conceding are the same kind. They just lose track of the attacker, and the attacker's got an easy one-on-one chance with the keeper and makes it.
Yeah.
I don't think they should be panicking. I mean, it was a bad. I wouldn't even call it a bad Toronto loss because, again, they weren't penalties. So, like, he made up the penalty he gave to Toronto by giving them that phantom penalty as well. So it wasn't like they played terribly versus Toronto. Yeah, it was their line is too high for their defense to be that bad. So I can see
That's a
where you're
very good
talking about
point.
like the same goals over and over. But that's just going to take some time for them to get used to each other, I think. Now, I don't know the turnaround from last year to this year, but it's also the beginning of the season. So if they lose again to Toronto on the 29th, then I think they start to hit the panic button a little bit and be like, yo, what's happening? You got to do some soul searching there. But that's also to say, I've already hit the panic button for NCFC because we haven't won shit. So
I would tell you not to. This is my reason why. Even though, so we can talk about this as well, the Richmond, North Carolina game. I think both of us can take positives out of that game.
Yeah.
For you, for a North Carolina fan, I think the positive is, my bad, you have a gem in JT. Homeboy was, I've never seen a player that you usually see players in USL that are either quick or technical. You never see both. And he was both. Like, in every game that y'all played this year, y'all have been in. Like, technically, y'all should have really 3 draws or 2 wins.
My issue with NCFC is not that we are bad. I think our play, the results don't equal our play. And we were talking about this before we hopped on. It's literally like it's that last little bit. There's no leader on the field. Nas is still injured, so he's not playing. Christo is our man up top, and he's not scoring. Our one goal of the season came from Misic, and he has some really good chances in that kickers game. The midfield is running, like the whole team is running through JT right now, and he's young, and this is his 4th professional game. Like there's that voice missing. Maguire is playing out of his mind. Our back line is still coming together. It's not like we're a bad team. Like we are putting together a good product on the field. It's just not equaling goals at the moment. And I don't know where that's going to come from because Misic is not getting the service that he needs. And I don't know. Like Tucson is probably the game where people start to panic and go, if we don't win this, then what's going to happen with NCFC? Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't panic either. You are one mad dash scramble away against Greenville from equalizing. You're one goalie spill away from walking away from a draw in Madison. And you could have easily have won in Richmond. Like, the weird thing with Richmond, North Carolina, that past Saturday is both teams should have won. Like, both teams really should have won that. Like,
at the least, both teams should have had a goal.
Oh, yeah, there should have been at least 3 or 4 goals.
Like Richmond had, what, two off the post?
Yeah. I counted. Post? We had 4 off the post.
Yeah.
There you go.
4.
Yeah, both teams should have at least scored 1 or 2 goals. So you could, like, North Carolina could easily have said, we could have won that game. So I would not panic if I was North Carolina because, and especially with you have Greenville, first game of the season, that's always going to be tough. You had Ford Madison when they're playing back in Madison. The crowd was always going to be a different level of intensity. Then you have Richmond on the road as well. Like that's not the easiest schedule to start with. It's kind of the same with Tormenta. That's not an easy schedule. So there's and to walk away being in the game every time and arguably could have won 1. I mean, North Carolina could easily have 1 win and 2 draws to start the season. And it's a whole different conversation with them.
If we go into panimeter of 1 to like 10, I'm at a 2 if I'm North Carolina right now. First year in the league, team super young. It is going to come together. Now, I will say this. The striker that y'all played up top, that man does not need to start for y'all. Bring him off the bench. He does not need to start for y'all. Homeboy is soft.
Christo or Misic?
No, Misic is fine. Misic he's good. What was his name? Hold on, I got it. Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
What? What's wrong with Thorne?
He is soft.
That man should be dominating.
Yo, homeboy a solid 6'4". And I know he got wheels. Homeboy was soft. He had a clear-cut chin. So, right before the end of the first half, Chrysler mishit a ball. Besides that, Jalen Chrysler, who came from Fort Madison, he had a beautiful game, but he mishit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Simpson, who has a full full foot start on Ivan. He should have sprinted to that ball. He could have easily got around the carrot and scored it. Except and I get it, it's his first game, but still, he just hesitated. He was like, "Oh, do I need to go? Okay, now I'll go."
But that's one of those examples that North Carolina can look like we should have won that game because we should have gotten that goal.
Yeah.
But also,
exactly.
it was his. I think wasn't that his first game with us all season?
He didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play against Madison.
No, that was his first game. I think he's on loan from Jamaican team, some Jamaican team. But yeah, okay. So I will say this as Richmond. I will put my Richmond hat on. I think this is Richmond's best performance of the year so far. And listen to me when I say this. One, we created the most chances that we've had outside of any game. That's despite the Revs 2 game. That's despite the South Georgia game. The defense looked very solid. It wasn't that stupid defensive error like the Greenville game or the Fort Lauderdale game. Now, in saying that, I still think there are still little tweaks that Darrison Watson can do this team to get it to its full potential. I think his biggest headache right now is figuring out what to do with Emmy, Hernan, and Neil. I think if he can figure that out, I think this team will be fine. But if I'm a Richmond fan, I still this was our best performance. We talked about it on the podcast. Bologna's and Matt Boda got in dangerous opportunities in space. This was Matt's best performance so far this year. And Zaka Moran, I'm okay putting him in the USL team of the week. He is probably the best press resistant center defensive midfielder in USL League at this moment. But outside of that, the game ended 0-0, so it was shit.
It was an entertaining 0-0. I will say, that was a very entertaining match because, again, you felt like either team could have scored. It was good. I would say if you didn't care for any of those teams and you just watch as a neutral, it was a good match to watch.
So I will say that it was probably one of our better games out of the ones we've played all season because when we played forward, we were very defensive. You guys were attacking a lot, which was expected, but we still have pieces missing, within our midfield. I was Yogi and I were talking before, Nas still hasn't come back yet. He's still injured. Right now, everything is going through JT. Well, when Nas comes back, everything will go through Nas, which will bring that veteran presence and that leadership voice on the field, which should help calm down that midfield from all the chaos that's happening. Because JT's good and he's technical and he's fast, but he's also young. And everything trying to move through him just doesn't work right now. We're getting the chances, but we're not doing anything with them. So hopefully Christo can put some in the back of the net and be that veteran presence up front. Nas can come back and he can be that veteran presence in the midfield, and we can try to get something happening. Just watching his facial expressions. We'll see. So now North Carolina has played Richmond. North Carolina has played Madison. So the only matchup left within our three is forward versus kickers.
Soon.
We'll see.
Yeah, I would say if we had to do a who has the highest panic level, I would have North Texas first, Tormenta second in terms of maybe you should panic. I don't think I would put North Carolina very low.
Like I said, North Carolina's the 2. There's no reason to panic. Literally, you had look, unless y'all go 0-10, y'all, there's no reason to panic. First of all, this is your we've been over before. It's your first year in the league. You have a whole bunch of kids. You gutted the entire roster. There's no reason to panic. And y'all look pretty damn well in the first 3 games. Unlike some teams like South Georgia that's played 6 and lost 5 and looked dog shit in 4 of them.
Which one did they not look dog shit in?
I don't know.
I think they were fine against Greenville. I think they were fine. Although
that's probably not the dog shit one.
How do you allow the leading scorer in the league, completely unmarked. How do you let that happen? There's very few strikers in the league right now that
Chaos?
you leave completely unmarked. Lomas is one of them. Don't leave him unmarked. How do you secretly just let him go and then get a goal? Like him, Hurst,
Hey.
Terzaghi, like Jack Adams. You can't leave those guys unmarked.
You
Like,
want to know something? Richmond has the key to it. How to not let Loomis score. Make sure one of the players get a red card, and Hearts will take Loomis off.
well, you could also, but Richmond also scored on themselves. So they decided, you know what? We're just going to get this out of the way.
Yeah. Damn. That's hurtful. Oh,
I can't hear a word Yogi's saying.
real talk. Who can drink more, Yogi or Kyle?
More beers? Ooh.
I mean, Homeboy has Pro Henny in his name, so
I would say Yogi could drink more than me in general.
Oh, by the way, shout out to the guy that came up to me in Madison to talk about Henny and Red Bull.
Oh yeah. They think he's slick. Trying to talk sleepy about me. You want to talk about me at me?
You know how to contact Andrew. You know how to do it.
I know. Because I saw the article and I was like, so y'all trying to be petty. That's what this is. Also, this is the other thing about this. That everyone got an issue with Henny and Red Bull, which is not an issue. It's a great drink.
No, we're not doing this again.
We're not.
We are doing it. We are.
It's
We are.
too early for this late night tomfoolery bullshit, all right?
It's not too early for anything. It's somewhere in the world. It's 5 o'clock. I don't know where, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But
Okay.
Yeah, the middle of the
This is the
Pacific
thing.
Ocean.
Yeah, what the fuck? Do you think no international friendlies this year is good or bad thing for USL? Bad.
I think it is.
I think it's bad.
Yeah,
so technically, we do have international friendly somewhat, but USL won't stop the calendar like how MLS will.
yeah, but I think it's more bad because you can get most of the time you get a team that's going to bring outside fans. Like Ford Madison 2 years ago had Hertha Berlin. They were able to get more people to go to that because it is a Bundesliga team to show up. I know Richmond has had, big teams. North Carolina's had big teams. Like a lot of these, like Omaha probably could have brought a big team last year if there wasn't a pandemic. That's how I think the international friendlies would have been good because it would have brought in a lot more people to the stadium. So hopefully this panoramic ends soon so we can have those international friendlies all over again. I think it's I would say having these are good for the teams because it brings in more fans, which brings in more revenue for them. And it gives people a chance to see how do they match up.
New team. Yeah. Like
So
we
I
had
read that
some
question
big
wrong.
we had some big Oh, you read it wrong. No, we had Swansea, I believe. Swansea, we had West Ham, we had a La Liga team come through. Like we've had some teams come through and it filled the stadium. Like
Oh yeah.
it kind of it's bad because revenue and eyes and putting those games on big networks. But it's good because our players get to rest a little bit in a very congested season, especially for those that, even though they're USL Championship or League One, they still have to play national team games, and that calendar is fucking congested.
See, that's where I thought when I first read it, I was like, no, it's a bad because someone like Dallas
I
J.
thought he was talking about internationals. Like
Yeah, but like
international
someone like
games.
Dallas J, he's got to, if he plays for his national team. I also don't know how COVID would work with the protocol. Like, is Dallas J going to have to go through an extended because I don't know how the restrictions are with travel with Guam. But
Shit.
like that's the thing. Like Josiah Trimmingham is taking a little bit longer to get back because Trinidad and Tobago is one of those countries that the U.S. is like danger zone, also racism, but. But, it's just stuff like that where a lot of these, international players, they might have more hurdles to get through with COVID to get back to their, club team.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, whoever designed Greenville's schedule is a freaking genius because the next 2 weeks, Greenville's off and Guam has international games. Conspiracy theory, Elliot awaits.
That was
I can't
the
argue
most
it.
tinfoil
I can't
hat.
argue it, but
That was the most tinfoil hat shit I've ever heard in my
Just
life.
saying. Just
I'm not
saying.
arguing it, but I'm not defending it.
So,
Oh no.
First
Hold
of
on.
all,
Back to
Chip,
this
hold
Henny and
on.
Red Bull real quick. Back to this Henny and Red Bull. I just want y'all to
Why?
know because y'all try to slam me for this, and I just want you to know when it comes to the Henny Derby, was everyone going to ask Elliot? Oh, Elliot, where's the Henny? Oh, Elliot, let's shot some Henny. Oh, Elliot, let's do some Henny. Hey, what's going to happen? Usually by the second shot, you don't care what you drink. You just get past the cup and you drink it. You're going to drink Henny and Red Bull. And you're going to be like, oh my God, it's freaking wonderful.
Well, after you do 2 shots of Henny, anything tastes fine, I guess. What the fuck? No, that's a foul. That's a
You know
foul.
what?
all
I'm
the
just gonna
way.
bring my own bottle of Henny and keep that on me at all times. I'm just drinking
I'ma
straight from the
just
bottle.
I'm gonna keep a couple airplane bottles on me, and you drink out of your own goddamn cup.
Oh no, I'm not bringing the airplane bottles. I'm just gonna go to the nearest liquor store. I'm gonna go to Ukrops and go to their liquor section, grab the liter, and just hold it myself. Like I'm not letting go of that thing.
Also,
It's gonna be like
that
Edward
is
40 hands. It's
my
gonna be Edward
conspiracy
Henny
theory.
hands.
Also, this fits my conspiracy theory. See?
Ryan,
Tinfoil
come on,
hat,
yo.
baby.
If you don't put that tinfoil hat on, first of all, hold on, Chip, because I am literally like 3 hours away from Yogi. How much closer you want me to goddamn move? How about you meet me in Richmond and then we'll get beers, okay? Let's throw that out there. And then the U.S. Open Cup could have bought the fans too. Yes, if they weren't. If the U.S. Open Cup wasn't treated like an MLS team, like a expansion of MLS, then yes, it could have bought in fans. But because it was invitation only, fuck the Open Cup.
Yeah, it's not even open. It's it's like promotion relegation in America. If you got the money, hey, you can play. Come on down. Like it's trash.
Reset the counter.
It's trash, man. It's trash. Like I understand what the U.S. Open Cup was trying to do. They were trying to limit the number of teams that was in it because, granted, you don't know how amateur teams are going to deal with COVID and COVID standards, which I've learned from my team is different from league to league. Like it's not even a set protocol of COVID standards. So I get that. My issue comes with this. If you're going to do it, just do MLS, USL, and NISA. That's it. But
what you throwing NISA in there for?
I'm pretty sure Detroit and Chattanooga was going to find some way how to complain, so I don't want to hear the complaint. I'm pretty sure, like, you could have figured out some way how to make this work. And now, what is it now? Like 16 teams that are going to be played in August? I don't know. It's stupid. Just scrap it.
There's no point in it. Like, if you're not going to make it truly open, then what's the point of it? Like, to even invite NISA is a slap in the face. So let's not even do that.
Yeah. And it's for Jake question, like for international game, like Richmond has had plenty. Like we've had Crystal Palace, Swansea twice actually, Espanyol, but I doubt you will see international games unless it's MLS. I doubt you'll see any international games.
Oh.
No. I'm saying like because MLS will probably have an international game next summer. I doubt you would see it for lower league teams in like 2 years. It may be 2 years before you see it.
So
I would agree with that.
You're right. It would have been easier this year than bringing in an international if all the leagues had consistent COVID protocols. Because, like within the U.S., you have USL Championship, USL League One. Those are going to have the same protocol. But then you got NWSL, MLS, NISA, NPSL, all have different protocol requirements. And then national teams all have different protocols when coming to the U.S. and when exiting the U.S. So it all would have been absolutely insane. Like we're seeing that with the CONCACAF League right now, like CONCACAF Champions League right now. Like then a team have to play without 11 players because of international duty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of their outfielders was the goalkeeper because none of their goalkeepers could travel.
But they won.
And they won though. But yeah, that's the type of chaos I need. But also because the USA has different, like US national team has different protocols than like any other one. It's all just so fucked up that it's just terrible. No. It would have been cool to have it this year, especially because it truly could have been open, but USA going USA.
Ta-da.
Okay. I think I didn't know because I didn't watch the North Carolina initially, so I didn't know if that camera was always like that. But the reason it looks shittier this time is the lift that the camera, like, because in 2019 they had the camera on a lift. That lift was higher in the air in 2019 than it is this year.
What?
That is why it looks like, well, that's why the angle looks like ass. I don't know what the hell was going on with that camera crew in the first half. They could not follow the ball at all. But to answer why it looks different, so in 2019 it was higher, so it had a better angle than this year. But I don't know why the camera couldn't keep up with the ball in the first half. That part I can't answer. But why the angles are different, that's why.
It was amateur hour. That's why. So I got a question. I want to ask you guys this. Who has the worst camera angle? Ford, Chattanooga, or God, who that really crappy camera? South Georgia.
Chip, no.
Excuses.
I would say.
Chip.
See, I didn't watch Chattanooga's match, so that doesn't help. I saw the highlights, but I didn't watch the match, so I can't. Their camera angle last year was ass.
For
I don't know if they fixed
comment
it.
alone, I'm gonna go forward just for that comment alone.
I think the
I have
angle is
yet to
fine.
watch
The
a
angle is
Chattanooga.
fine. It's not great. It's fine, but like I said, I don't know what was going on with following the ball.
Yes.
Tormenta's just zoomed out. Like, I will say, you can see it's like the all 22 in NFL with Tormenta. You get the all 22 right there. You can see everything that's happening.
It's like the tactics board. I'll be like, hey, look, he goes here, he does this, he goes here. It's all over the place, man. We got to get it together. Let's see. We already talked about Chattanooga's the 2-1 win over Fort Lauderdale. South Georgia Tormenta versus South Georgia Tormenta versus Greenville. Once again, I think this week, we could put Greenville in that 1 spot and move Union down to that 2 spot. I think this week kind of made it clear.
Wait, Greenville was always in the 1 spot.
Well, we had them 1A, 1B week before when we last
I
did the show.
had Greenville 1, Union 2. I've got Union in 3 now after Wednesday.
No, you had Greenville at the playoffs.
You had a whole hot take.
For the end of the season, yes. But
As
for
of right
this
now.
week, they're in 3rd for me in terms of ranking, power ranking. I actually don't mind this power ranking from the league for week 8.
All right. So should I start from the bottom and work my way up?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. So in the 12th spot, we got South Georgia Tormenta. They dropped 3 spots from last week. You got FC Tucson at 11, Revs 2 at 10, Fort Lauderdale drops 2, they're at 9, North Texas dropped 2, they're at 8. North Carolina FC, despite the draw, they move up 1 spot. They're in this 7th spot. Toronto FC goes up 6 spots. This was made before they lost to Tucson, folks.
Yeah.
They're 6. Richmond's at 5. Chattanooga's 4. Fort Madison's at 3. Union's 2. Greenville is 1. Any changes in that you guys will make now that we've seen the results on Wednesday? Would you change anything up? Would you mess anything around? Would you keep it the same?
I would say I'd still wouldn't put Tormenta at the bottom. Just because here's my thing with power rankings. I can't put Tormenta below Tucson when Tormenta beat Tucson. That And Tormenta played Greenville. That is always going to be a tough match no matter what. So I would put Tormenta 11, Tucson 12. And this was before Wednesday. Keyword is before. Now that it's after Wednesday, I maybe would move Tucson up to 9 or 10, I think.
I'm struggling to do 9. I keep them at 11 because look, granted, this is the thing about FC Tucson, and they encapsulated well in this Toronto FC game. Tucson can score. They can score. They can't play defense worth a damn.
Yeah.
They can play they will have the most goals given up this year by double digits.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They've already allowed 9.
I mean, if we're going to talk
games.
Tucson, we might as well talk Tucson.
10 in 4 games now, I think.
I mean, looking at their schedule, so Tucson, they lost 3-1 to South Georgia. They tied Fort Madison. They lost 5-1. They beat Toronto 2-1. And next they have us this weekend. They are consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
See, I would say Tormenta is consistently inconsistent.
Tucson and Tormenta, both consistently inconsistent.
I can't say Tormenta is that because, look. Tormenta.
Are you saying Tormenta is consistently bad?
Yeah. Because they know that. Because the thing about Tormenta is you know what your biggest hole is. It's a striker. You know that's your biggest hole. And you haven't filled it in a year plus. Now, granted, they did get Summerall, and I think he just got called up to the national team for St. Kitts. So, congrats to him. But you still need a striker. Micheletto is out there on the island by himself. And Paulo Jara, I mean, granted, he has 50 career starts, first one to do it in USL history, USL League One history. Out of the defenders, I mean, granted, also dealing with injuries, but out of the defenders, who out there really are you looking at to be like, yo, he can save us in a match?
True.
Unlike Tucson, you know you got, now granted, the defense is bad. But offensively, you got Shaq, you got Chip, you got offensive talent out there that you could be like, if we put the ball in their feet. Yeah, exactly. They can create something. Tormenta is kind of like you got this one crown jewel and a whole bunch of pawns. Like, if you take Micheletto at that team, do you really think South Georgia created anything? No.
Oh God, no. They would be in trouble. Jackson put a good tweet thread on this on Sunday or Monday. Because it was like, okay, what's going on? He said, stop getting injured. Someone that had the second most chances breaks his foot in preseason. Bill Hart, good talent. He has his ACL torn, out for the year. Summersall, he still needs time. Obviously, Phelps isn't a natural striker. Like, I think they're still trying to figure out because of all these injuries. And again, they've had a brutal schedule. Like we told Ryan, he is bullying Tormenta, and I still think that schedule is rough. Now, in the next months, when they play, Tucson and Toronto, and it gets a little bit easier, then I'll decide are they bad or are they just inconsistent, because their schedule should lighten up in the next month. That is still a brutal schedule for them. Like, that is rough.
I mean, yes, it is, but think about it. You play Toronto 4 times out of 5 inside a month.
And that's what's going to tell me, are they bad or are they inconsistent? Or are they consistently inconsistent?
I still don't see why we wouldn't think that Tucson couldn't do the damn thing. Like,
I mean, Tucson, I agree, is consistently inconsistent. Tucson is definitely going to be that team. That's
Tucson's
not
going to stop somebody from making a play, getting in the playoffs.
So realistically, Saturday, Tucson versus NCFC. We've already said that both NCFC and FC Tucson could be the teams that stop somebody from getting into the playoffs.
Yep.
So that's either going to be a high-scoring game or terrible, boring 0-0 draw.
After watching Tucson last night and watching North Carolina against Richmond, I think it's going to be chaotic in the entertaining. There's going to be goals. Because Tucson can't defend. Tucson still can't defend. So North Carolina there's going to be goals.
I mean, yeah. It's basically what we're saying is that's going to be the chaos game of the week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's when we'll see what both teams are about. If FC Tucson can get it together and create a well-rounded game, and can NCFC finally put one in the back of the fucking net. And then we only have one goal. And then someone asked about Madison at 3 for the power ranking.
Hold on. Tucson, North Carolina might be the chaos game of the week, but we also have North Texas TFC 2 again.
Yeah, I think we saw all that we were going to see with those two teams. So it's literally just going to be like a 1-1 draw.
Just depends on the penalties.
I'm going to keep it a buck with y'all. Revs 2 in Fort Lauderdale is about to be the vibes game of the week.
4 p.m. in July. No.
That's your vibes game of the week?
I'm telling you.
You got two teams that can't defend with a lot of talent up front. That's your vibes game? Cut his mic off.
No. North Texas, Toronto is the vibes game. North Carolina, Tucson is the chaos game.
Okay, so we got a chaos game. We got a vibe game. We're not counting New England, Fort Lauderdale as the vibe game. Yogi, come on.
I'm telling you.
Nothing about Revs 2 screams vibes.
Yes, thank you.
It's not about Revs 2. It's about Fort Lauderdale. It's about Fort Lauderdale.
It's going to end up like the Tucson. It's going to be like when they play Tucson 1-5-1. It's going to be like a 3-1 game. Like it's Revs 2.
That's fine.
Hold on, we sleep on Revs 2. We sleep on Revs 2.
Fuck around and put 6.
Revs 2 can come up now. Let's not sleep on Revs 2, but that's not the vibes game. That is not the vibes game. You playing with my heart.
Is he trying to spell beers? What the fuck is beavers? Sorry, I got distracted by it. Oh.
No. I'm not. No, Revs 2 Fort Lauderdale is not going to be any sort of vibes. It's going to be dull. It's going to no.
It's going to be shit.
I'll watch it because
I won't.
What else do I got to do at 4 p.m. on a Friday?
A lot. You can live life.
All right. Don't say nothing in 2 weeks. Don't say nothing in 2 weeks with this scoreline like 8 goals scored.
It's going to be 7-1 Fort Lauderdale.
It's not going to be. That is not your vibes game. Like the Madison Tormenta game, wash. Chattanooga Kickers. If you don't win by 3, Yogi, I'm throwing you out.
I don't know why you think we'll win. Right? I'm telling you, that score is going to be 1-0. It's going to be 1-0.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then North Texas, Toronto. I will agree that is going to be the vibe game, and my game's going to be the chaos game. And we're just going to have some crazy shit happen to this whole standings all like after the 29th. June's going to come, and we're just going to be like, what the fuck happened to this league? And I'm with it. Exactly. I'm all for it, but we'll see what happens.
All right, so to Chip's point, I think Chip brought it up. Madison at 3. I can defend Madison at 3.
Not anymore. Nope, not anymore. Nope. They beat the team that was in 2. No, they beat the team that was in 2. You move up.
No. You're not going to 2. You're not going to 2.
I'm putting my 2.
You're not going to 2. You're not going to 2.
I'm doing
it. That's a violation. That's a violation. You tried
Bias hat right now. I'm doing it.
That's a violation of the highest degree.
Count on that bullshit. I don't know what he's talking about. Now today you died. We're not putting you. No, we're not putting you to. No, sir. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, I will say this: Fort Madison at 3 is fine. That is a solid spot for them. One, because you probably have the best win out of this year. Like so far, you probably have the best win. I cannot move Chattanooga up.
No,
and the sole reason for it is because Chattanooga has only played 2 teams so far. Now, granted, you can only beat who's ahead of you, but I think it was a draw against Revs, a tight comeback against Revs 2. I mean, against Fort Lauderdale. and
A win at North Texas,
they win in North Texas.
which isn't looking as impressive anymore than it did when
Yeah,
it
it's
happened.
not.
Yeah.
So at 4 right now, you're fine. Richmond at 5 is fine. And then after that, it gets kind of meh. I'm fine with the Power Rankings how they are this week. This is the first week.
I mean, yeah, I have no problem with it. I'm just being biased. I'm just enjoying this win.
You know what? And I appreciate him admitting that. But forward to
Enjoy
say
it. Yeah, y'all staying in there, Kyle. You're
gonna
not moving
be
up
biased,
to
and
2.
I'm going to say it. But when I have to be realistic,
Kyle, we're going to do this like the BCS. You've been outvoted. Y'all staying at 3. You're not getting the roses.
BCS is dead. We're doing playoffs now. BCS ain't exist anymore. We're done with that. We're doing AP polls.
Shit.
We're doing the playoff.
Oh no!
All right.
This is March Madness. You know what? This
Oh
the
my
quality,
God.
strength of victory.
Get out of
Strength of
here!
victory? Get the hell out of here.
Strength of victory.
Get out of here!
That
Yogi.
bias ass poll.
Get him out.
Just like SEC bias, we're doing Madison bias in this poll for me.
Like the league doesn't do that enough for y'all?
No.
I almost came on this live stream with a forward kit on.
This is why, this was going, you knew this was going to happen when you had me on today. Like, you should have known after last night this was going to happen.
We sat this time and we were like, yo, I don't know. Is he coming in here with like, did he write on a white tee like Union Omaha sucks? I don't know. We didn't know what you were gonna come in here like. First of all, we were on CPT, so we weren't quite sure what you had cooking up at the moment.
And you know what? If they had lost, I would have been here and just taken my beating and drank my beer and probably been very pissed off.
So do you know how many Union Omaha fans would have been in this chat?
It would have been
The whole
great.
damn state of Nebraska would have been in here.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have laughed. And
It would have been rough. It would have been rough.
It would have been rough.
All right.
But you don't have
So-
to say that now that you won. So
Yeah,
Right.
you
Now
won.
I can be on my bullshit.
yeah.
So we got the team of the week that came out. And goalkeeper, we got Akira Fitzgerald. I personally don't agree with that. I think it should be North Carolina FC's goalkeeper. He had the better saves. Akira had 4 saves. He had 1 punch and 1 save to kind of hit his shoulder and deflect off. But your goalkeeper literally dove twice to save a ball off the line twice.
He said, "Did you that save where, with the deflection? Oh
Yes.
my god! How he's not team of the week with that save alone? I don't get it.
He should have been team of the week. Then you also got the defender, Themi. I'm going to mess up his name. Gulu. I know he scored last night. I'm sorry. Tyler Pollock is also in there. Jalen Chrysler. He's had a wonderful game. A great signing for Richmond out of Forward Madison. I'm going to keep bringing that up because he chose the better team.
Did he?
He did.
Are you sure?
He's already champions.
We're getting that back. Don't worry. It's coming back.
For what, 1 game? And then we'll win another 3. Got you. Cool.
Nah.
Malik is also in there. JT. He really should have been the player of the week. I know I get why they gave it to Granite, but it was JT. Like anyone watch the game can tell you JT was the best player on that field. Jason Ramos for Chattanooga also getting in. Don Smart, Marius Loomis, and then Josue Espinal rounds out the team of the week. Anybody you want to add? Anybody you want to subtract?
I just want to say fuck Mario Slomis because he ain't do shit for us for a whole year, and then this motherfucker come fucking Greenville and start scoring shit. Where was that shit last year when we were paying you, motherfucker? Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
I can say the same thing to Greenville
Your
with
man
Evan
bun is
Lee and
stupid.
Tyler. I can say the same thing to Evan Lee because Evan Lee and Richmond looked horrible. Evan Lee and Greenville looked like the next coming of Sergio Ramos.
I'm like, what the
Hate it.
fuck? Your man bun is stupid. Your face is oddly shaped.
Hold on.
That's all I got for now. That's all I got for now.
Oh, that's
all I
it?
got for now.
Oh,
He ain't shit. I just know he ain't shit. That's it. That's all I got.
Well, yeah, I think the only one I would truly swap is the keepers. I would probably go McGuire over Fitzgerald. Not that Fitzgerald had a bad game, but McGuire had more important saves, and he had to do it. He had to do it throughout the whole match. That's probably the only one I would
Akira
probably
really
swap.
after the 60th minute, he was chilling. He didn't really have another shot. Really, had.
Right.
McGuire had it coming out.
Everyone else seems reasonable. Like I don't have any argument.
Kylo, you're gonna find a way how to put the entire Forward Madison team in the team of the week next week.
We'll see what happens after Tormenta, but so far, I only have 3 players.
Only have 3. Okay, Kylo.
I have Diaz, I have Jepsen, I have Suko. Diaz was my man of the match last night. So if he continues playing well against Tormenta, he's in.
My only issue with Diaz is consistency.
I wonder now that he's back at full match fitness if he's going to be the number 1 starter. Because before he was still working his way back, which is why he didn't start the first 2 matches. But he still came out as a sub. So I wonder now that he's back and he's going to have that starting role if we get 2019 Christian Diaz compared to 2020.
We'll see.
I
We'll
hope.
see what the team of the week in 2 weeks. We'll see. All right. Next up,
Hold on. Now I see why you got that as your fucking vibe of the week game. Because you picked him as your lock of the week.
You damn Skippy.
That all adds up.
You ain't shit.
If there's one thing you ain't know about me, baby, I'm going to look out for me. Why do you think I was rooting for y'all to have that draw? And I was so pissed at your goalkeeper because he would have had butter hands that day.
Hold on,
Also because Ford Madison won.
Blame my goalkeeper because he did everything but score.
Did he hold on to the ball? Did he hold on to the ball? Did he hold on to the ball? No. So he didn't do everything. You better be glad that I wasn't in practice with him. I would have fought him. It would have been me and him one-on-one. Like me and De Gea yesterday, it would have been me and him one-on-one. I probably would have lost. I would have gone down sleep.
You guys want to talk about that? You want to talk about that?
No. Because European soccer sucks and it's racist.
Fuck that game. What's next?
I had a great time watching that game. I don't know about you.
The fuck you, Cal.
Shut your mouth.
I don't know what the record is for getting kicked out of this show.
I didn't watch it. That game can't hurt me. I didn't watch it. Fuck this. What's next?
We got the pick'ems. USL League One pick'ems. So the 3 games that they decided that you want to keep an eye on this week. New England versus Fort Lauderdale. I put it as my lock of the week. I got Fort Lauderdale. I'm expecting a ton of goals. You got Chattanooga versus Richmond. Interesting note about this game: Richmond has not beaten Chattanooga in the last 5 attempts, so something's got to give. I think Richmond gets over the curve in this one. And then we got South Georgia versus Madison. Now, in my defense, I went with a draw. But that's
a hater pick right there.
That was hate.
That was a hater pick.
That's a hater pick.
Hate.
That's a hater pick.
You're right, it was.
We know that was hate. We know that was a hater pick.
I have not picked Madison once.
No.
Every game has been a draw.
There's only been one other game.
Every game.
You're gonna pick every game to be a draw unless it's Richmond. Then you're picking Richmond.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine if you pick Richmond. That's fine. Like you got to pick your own team, even when you lose. But
how y'all not choose the chaos game? Did y'all not talk about this before y'all started picking these boring ass games?
I literally get an email each week. Hey, here's the games. Let me know your picks. That's it. Ain't no other interaction. It's like voting. You go in there to get your ballot, you click your box, and you walk out. You don't speak to the person. You don't ask how you doing. Nothing.
This is where the write-in should have happened. This is when he should have written in, not this match. Put this match. Where's the write-in option?
God damn.
All right. So out of these pick'ems, what are your picks? New England versus Fort Lauderdale. We can talk a little bit more in depth.
Fort Lauderdale. What did I just told you? There's nothing about Revs 2 that makes me think, yes, I'm going to pick them.
All right. Chattanooga versus Richmond. What you guys got?
Richmond.
Draw.
Damn.
He
did it out of envy because I picked Madison draw.
No, it's not completely that. I did draw because I don't know. I feel like this is going to be like 1-1. Like, I feel like it's going to be a 1-1 draw. It's not going to be this high-scoring game.
Yeah.
If it was in Richmond, I would say Richmond, but it's in Chattanooga, and for some reason, that place has a voodoo on teams where I don't know what's going on over there. But
it's
it
the
seems
lack
like
of facilities.
Yeah.
They're used to it. Everybody else is like, yo, we have basic plumbing. What's happening here? Never mind.
What kind of Washington Spirit nonsense is this?
Oh, that's my time.
Fuck DC United.
Yeah.
Y'all be blessed. We see y'all next week.
Woo. You get hot in here? No, it's a cool 69 degrees in my apartment. Madison versus Georgia.
Madison.
Kyle.
I'm picking Ford Madison.
If y'all don't win by at least 3 goals, I'm kicking you out.
Boy.
I just want to say this. I can't think of the last time Madison won a game by more than 3 goals. They did it last year against Orlando City B and Revs 2. No, wait, and they also did it against Tormenta, but that was at home, and Tormenta had like 90 injuries and COVID cases, so that's a write-off.
Yeah.
But they'll still win.
I said what I said.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. All right, so Revs 2 for a lot of the game. That's Friday at 4 p.m. That's the game I'm day drinking. Start a Memorial Day weekend right. Watch that game. Then you got Saturday
weekend.
I'm not doing that. No. I'd rather stay at work than watch that game.
I am watching that game. No hesitation.
Why?
What else am I gonna do?
That's fair.
What else am I gonna do at that time?
Me and Kyle should do the commentary for that game. Like, we should both watch the game together and just do the commentary for it.
Yo,
Ryan,
just do this. Just do this for that game.
We offer nothing to the game. We'll just be talking about random shit. And then you got, let's see, Saturday you got North Texas versus Toronto at 5:30 p.m. Chattanooga Richmond's at 7 p.m. because Chattanooga finally got lights. They finally paid the light bill. North Carolina versus Tucson at 7.
I'll be there. Will I be there?
No.
No.
And then you got South Georgia versus Fort Madison.
Sorry,
and Cal, y'all got a little road trip Tuesday night. You play Fort Lauderdale, another Bird Derby.
What in the fuck is this Bird Derby?
Because a third of the league has Birds as their team.
It's fucking stupid what it is.
Yeah, nice little road trip, but then it's only like a short road trip because then I think for the next month they have like the next 3 games after that they have games at home.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see y'all play Tuesday. How do you guys think you guys are going to do Tuesday night? Are y'all going to go full strength against South Georgia and kind of play a little bit of the back against Fort Lauderdale, or is it going to be like, all right, we try to come out of this game with 2 wins? Because then after that, y'all got a week. Y'all got a whole week off again until y'all play Union Omaha.
Well, that's the thing because they play this Saturday, then they turn around and play Tuesday. And
wait a minute, what kind of bullshit? What's happening in USL League One? What the fuck?
We told y'all.
Every team.
Welcome to USL League One, baby.
Every team has a schedule that makes you go, why the fuck is this happening?
That's not enough rest time between games. Like, what? Hold on.
We in Division 3, man. You think they care about rest?
We're doing the European schedule. You play Saturday and you got to turn around and play Tuesday. Like, that is what we're doing.
No, because when you play Saturday, you turn around and play fucking Wednesday and then a Sunday. No, they said, fuck you and your legs.
But
what's the point of going home?
I pray for Turbo's kneecap.
From Georgia to Florida. Just go straight to Florida and spend a day at the beach.
if Josiah is back in time, I would expect Turbo to sit one of those games.
I need Turbo to start both. I want to see how them knees hold up.
He'll be fine. What did we tell you? He is not going to run the whole night. He's going to keep those legs fresh. But honestly, but to answer the question, I think they'll do some rotation. I think, especially in the midfield, they'll probably do some rotating there. They might take out one of the front three between Gebhardt, Keegan, and Allen, put in Fusan. Otherwise, it's probably going to be the midfield that gets most of the rotation. Mike Vang didn't start last night, so I expect him to start on Saturday. Eric Leonard's back from his concussion, so I expect him to start
Hold on,
those
time
next
out.
two games.
Pause.
What?
You mean to tell me Mike Vang didn't start and y'all beat Union like that?
Yes.
Bro, get the fuck out of it. Hey, Jay Mills got to fight me. He gotta fight me. Because that just makes me even more irritated now. I'm not even a Union Omaha fan. And okay, fine, whatever.
Well, then they turn around and play Union again. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
they play
that's
him in like
just
10
mean.
days.
That's just mean because they literally go Union and then Richmond. And then y'all have a Juneteenth game against the Revs?
Revs too, so easy Juneteenth game. Do it for the culture.
Okay. All right.
The Reds going to turn into the Boston Tea Party and beat the dog slid out of y'all.
Oh, they're going to go full Boston, though? They're going to go Boston racism Boston?
Yeah. We going full Boston. We going Pats.
Wow.
Tom Brady,
baby. Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
And I get kicked off? And I'm getting kicked off here?
He's the host, so we can't kick him off. Like,
look, if Revs go into Breeze Stadium and beat y'all on Juneteenth, I don't care what kind of merch Forward Madison put out. I need a full stop for a month. I need a full stop for a month. I don't need no merch to try to distract the world from the fact y'all let Boston Tea Party babies come in there and beat y'all.
Yo, can he cut his own mic?
You know what? I can't argue that. If they win the prior week in the Henny Derby, I'm not going to want to fight anyone, but I will still be mad. If they win the Henny Derby and then lose to Revs 2, I will be upset, but you got the more important win. You know the priorities.
They understood the assignment?
They understood the assignment. And this is kind of like after you take the AP exam and you don't really give a shit. Like, you still have to show up. You still need to do what you need to do. But you took care of the big assignment.
Like, attendance still counts. So
You still got to show up, right? Can't be Mark Truant.
Can't lose on Juneteenth.
They can't lose the Henny Derby either. Those are non-negotiable. I don't care about the rest of the season. Win the Henny Derby and I will be fine.
He was about to say you don't care about Juneteenth. Kyle, you black?
I did not say that. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
He was
Why are
about
you
to say
lying
it.
here?
Cut
He was
Why
about
are you
to say
lying?
it. He was this close.
Cut his
He was
mic.
this close. He was about to go to
Cut
Milwaukee.
his
He was about to go
mic.
full Milwaukee.
Cut his goddamn mic.
I'm flying to
Cut your
Richmond.
own self off. End this shit.
I'm flying to Richmond. We're selling this.
He was this
Throwing a
close.
goddamn can of Red Bull at you after.
About to go hard R. Oh,
You know,
oh.
I don't even know what we're supposed to be talking about now at this point. Look, Fortnite, just win every game possible, okay? Let's just make it simple. Just win every game. Win every game and score once against Greenville. Just do those two things, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. So besides Tuesday, you got another game Wednesday. Union Omaha versus Toronto FC.
That should be easy for
yeah.
Omaha.
Now,
Is it in Omaha? Or is it in Arizona?
No, it's in Arizona.
They still should win. It's fine.
It's 10 o'clock at night though. So are we watching it or are we highlighting this?
highlight. I
TBD.
don't even want a full highlight. I really just want 30 seconds.
TBD. Well, game time decision. We'll see. Game time decision.
No.
All right.
I might, because I think there's going to be like no, unless if there's NWSL, I'll watch that ahead of it. But if there's no other like leagues going on, yeah, I'll watch it.
No.
Yeah.
What? Why?
I'll probably be up anyway.
Okay, that's fair. So he's got to answer for all this goddamn shit because he'll be up anyway. Me, I choose to live life and not watch Toronto 2 games.
You're missing out. Good times.
Am I?
Look, you got to have at least one USL late afternoon after night. You got to get one. You got to come get
The
one.
thing is, no. And here's why. I'm not. You couldn't pay me unless my own team.
That's a lie. We could
them.
definitely pay you if we gave you money to watch.
I would still give you the money back. I'd be like, this wasn't worth it. Like, I don't even know if I want to watch my own team play Toronto 2 in Arizona at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Well, you better get used to it because you're going to have at least one to the hot game, either Tucson or Toronto. You better pick your poison now.
Let's see. Toronto plays. No, apparently we're back in Toronto in October because that's when we play Toronto at home. Toronto comes to us, and it's a normal 7:00 game because we're not heathens, and yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. So on June 5th, we got Pride Night in Richmond. Respect to all my prides, you know. So for y'all. We got Revs 2. You got North Carolina versus Fort Lauderdale. Tormenta versus the Red Wolves, which is a game I'm going to be watching very closely because in every game is either a dirty tackle or a red card. I'm watching that. And the FC Tucson versus Toronto in the 10 o'clock derby. The game should really be played at midnight. And then on Sunday, prime time, Sunday night kickoff, Kyle, we got Madison versus Omaha again.
I'm gonna watch that game.
Should we do a Spaces before that game?
I don't know if I'll be at the match or if I will watch it from home. I'll probably be at the tailgate in some capacity.
Kyle, you gonna be at the game? Drunk.
We'll see. Game time decision. Probably be at the tailgate. Not sure about the match. We'll see.
Did he say game time decision? Like he about to lace up? Okay.
Look, after not being there, it was tough. It was weird. I was like, I feel like I should be at that game.
Yeah. No,
You know, that always is the weirdest thing of where it's like it's a game at home and you're not there and you're like, I shouldn't really be there, but I know I have to be an adult and I can't.
Right.
That's
Like,
the
I think
worst
that's a
part
big-
of being an adult.
Right. If I was just like off doing something else, like if there was like a wedding on like a Saturday night and I can't be there, that's one thing because that's a different obligation. But it's just like I'm home. I'm a 20-minute drive away. It was weird.
Yeah, sure. All right, so your top scorer so far is Mario Loomis with 5 goals. Your top assist is George Acosta. He has 4. And your top rated goalkeeper is Mr. Dallas J with 3 clean sheets. Tied with first with him, Nuhu, and Akira. Round it out.
So they just boost the rating just because he doesn't have to face shots. Like I feel like they're just boosting the rating because he doesn't have to make a lot of saves.
Wait, who are you talking about?
Jay.
Look, I still am on this, and I will defend this to the death. Akira was the best goalkeeper last year, not Dallas J. Dallas J had a great defense. That's the reason why he won. Not because he saved more than Akira. Akira was damn near on his head last year. And if he wasn't, Richmond would have sucked balls. He would have been trash. It would have been 2019 all over again. But he wasn't. And we actually looked pretty decent to the end of the year where we had 0 fullbacks and 0 strikers.
Well, Akira's always been good, like because he's so small. Like he finds a way to like get to his spot, and make the save.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's like Dallas J has the best defense. He has the best back four in front of him. Is he the best keeper though? And Nuhu almost to that extent. Like Nuhu has a good back four in front of him. But does that make him the best keeper?
No.
It's like, is Tom Brady really the GOAT just because he's had Bill Belichick and, you know, a bunch of good defenses every time? No, he's not. He just had a really good defense to make sure the other team was shit.
And he also paid the refs, but that's besides the point.
And they also spied on people.
Wow.
And the Packers decided to kick a field goal for some fucking reason. That's why Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to be there. Can't blame him.
Damn.
Make better choices, Aaron, but, you know, maybe just say the truth.
So I can agree. Well, the Akira. So Akira is good. It also depends on who he has in front of him, because Akira can make some very questionable decisions. Like 7 out of 10, he's gonna be great. But then there's those 3 where you're like, wow, we just lost 2-1 because Akira came out for a ball he never should have came out for.
Yeah. Akira's biggest weakness is crosses. And it's not because he's bad on crosses. It's just his height.
Yeah.
5'9". He's my height. Like, there's a picture of him, Jacob Phelps, and the ref. He's the shortest person standing there.
He's like, so I mean, I've had Akira obviously on my team. I've had Connor on my team. If I'm gonna place one above the other, I'm gonna place Akira above.
Actually,
Connor?
Blue Penguin, Akira does have an assist. He has an assist in the first game. Him and Nuhu are the only 2 goalkeepers that have an assist this year.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
Yep.
I should watch more League One. How am I on this podcast?
Do a whole show. Like, what do you mean I should watch more League One? We do a whole, you know what, folks? God, have a blessed night.
That's it. We're done. We're not booting her for that? Come on. It's bullshit.
Hold on. No. Because I actually watched a couple games this week, okay? I watched your game versus Omaha. I rewatched the Kickers versus NCFC because I was at the Courage game, so couldn't watch both.
This is the thing we have learned about Ebony. She has a bedtime, so any game past 9 o'clock, she ain't watching. She has a pure hatred of 2 teams. She's not watching any game with 2 teams. She not watching any game that is on any game that's past the Mississippi. She not watching.
I'll do better, I swear.
At least this past one, yeah. Watching the Courage. You got Courage over NC. That's justifiable.
Thank you.
No. Oh, to answer Blue Penguin's question. No, Akira has one this year. The Revs 2 game, when he hit the long ball to OLX. That's an assist.
Checking the stats. We're going to check the stats to get the final.
Did they give that to him? They didn't give that to him.
It's an assist. If you go back and watch the play, it's an assist to him.
Did they give it to him, though?
I don't give a damn what they did. It's an assist.
We can't be making up our own.
You talking about the same league that don't know how to referee players? They gave 2 penalties for getting hit in the face? Hell no.
All I'm saying is they haven't given him. It's not. If you go to the stats, it doesn't say he has an assist. News on there.
I don't give a
News out there, so can't just say they ran out of space.
Wait, who was the dude who assist against? I'm trying to remember.
Revs 2.
Damn, so it's all the goalkeepers getting an assist versus Revs? All right.
And y'all told me this was the chaos game of the week? Come
It's
on,
on.
now, man.
Don't nobody give a damn about that game. You playing. You
Revs
act
feels like
we
playing
not about
Burnley.
to
No one
have
wants to watch that
16.
shit. You only watch because your team's play, but you don't want to watch it. It's
Man,
like
I'm
playing
telling
Burnley.
you, I'm telling
or
you, man,
FC Cincinnati.
I mean, yeah, the refs are shit, but the refs are shit. The refs, not revs, refs are shit everywhere. So
Okay, but this is USL League One. The refs are always going to be shit. Like that, you just gotta accept that going in. It's not gonna be
Yeah.
good.
yeah, I
Because
knew.
literally, like this is like their training ground, and like they're learning how to be refs. And shit.
Like if there was VAR, they still fuck that up.
Yo, can you imagine how bad VAR would be in USL League One?
I need
Oh
it for
my
any.
God.
Put it for a match that just there's not a lot of stipulations. End of the season, just test up VAR for an unimportant match and just see how much of a shit show it is.
No.
I need-
wanna
no.
see VAR
No, you cannot put that for like. No, you can't put that for a match that matters.
I need
Could
to put
you
a
imagine if it was second place, if it was for second place and it's like Omaha or Richmond or Madison, and they get screwed over on a VAR call? No, that ref's not making it out the city.
Doesn't matter. I would love to see VAR for Kickers versus Madison last game of the season. That game.
No, because I will go on the field and fight that ref. No, I will be there and fight the ref. It's no.
No. The final game is at Richmond. So
Yeah, I said what I said.
It's gonna turn into the Knicks versus Hawks real quick. Shut the whole stadium down.
No.
I'm not going to spit on any players. Come on now.
No. He's just going two-piece, and make sure you give him a biscuit too. That's all we
There's going to be Henny and Red Bull involved. Like, no.
We don't have to do that, Kyle. We're adults, okay, and we will not fall to peer pressure.
It's not peer pressure. Like you act like I'm giving y'all crack cocaine and being like, you gotta take it.
I
I'm
don't know
killing
what's
y'all.
in that fucking Henny and Coke can. Fuck.
It's Henny
God
and an
damn.
energy drink. It's a mixer. It's like Henny and Sprite or Henny and lemonade.
Whoa. Where you mixing them at?
So you just take a Henny. So what you mix Henny with? You don't mix
I
it
just
anything?
drink Henny. I just take the shot of Henny.
Oh, see, I mix it with shit.
Like, if you're gonna make me do Henny, I might as well feel the pain that comes with Henny. So fuck.
After a certain point in Henny, after you drink enough Henny, you get to a certain point where either you are extremely volatile or extremely horny. It's either swings one or two ways.
You know what? That's our time, folks.
We got to end
Just
it there.
That
We got to end it there.
is all the time we have for today. You are not mixing uppers
Am
and
I hearing a
downers.
baby crying? I should probably go check that.
Yeah,
Like,
I heard the baby crying too, Kyle. I
Oh
don't
my
know,
God.
man.
Look, man. Look.
I'm not.
Henny and Red Bull
I'm
for
not.
everybody. It's out there. You know, but
Is that about to be the official drink of Walking 90? Henny and Red
yeah,
Bull?
yeah. You're gonna be drunk
until we
as hell
find
for the
another
first-
alternative.
We not.
You know what? I'm doing Henny and Red Bull all NCFC season, okay?
Oh, God.
So, any NCFC people, just know if you ask me for a drink, that's what's being poured in your cup. Elliot
I'm
talk
not
about
doing that
Henny
at Fort.
and
I'm not doing that at Fort Madison. Tailgate.
Yogi told
No.
me to choose violence, so that's what I'm freaking doing, man.
Exactly.
He said, pull up or shut up. And I was like, bet. So
What you got to lose? Grant Waller's a follower. Have a good night, everyone. Be safe. See y'all next week.
You know what?
That's it. No, we're done. We're done.